Hi guys, my name is Tessa. If you don't know me, I have bipolar disorder type 1 and borderline personality disorder. I was diagnosed in 2025 with both of these things. And so naturally, I've been hospitalized a couple of times because of this. So I wrote down like a little list of things that I think some people may have questions about regarding like a mental hospital or a mental health facility. I literally hate this pimple so bad. Like I keep, I keep looking at it and I can't help it. It's so bad. But so I think a few things that some people may be wondering about is if the hospital takes you in as voluntary or involuntary. What does that really mean? So, voluntary means that you willingly checked yourself into the psych ward. Involuntary means that you did not check yourself into the psych ward. That means that, you know, you were not willing to do that and you had to be taken there. And, people can do that to you by going to the magistrate's office and telling them this stuff about you that you're having an episode, whatever, or that you're suicidal, and then you'll be 5150'd, which means involuntarily committed. And so that's kind of the difference between that. And so, can you call your family while you're in there? Yes, you can. And you also cannot have your phone. Your phone is taken from you. It is put into like a baggie and they keep it locked up, I guess. But you don't ever get your phone. You do get to call your family or friends, people that you love, during the daytime hours, so that's kind of how that works. Um, and how long do people usually stay? Well, that depends on the severity of the mental health problem that's happening, but most people usually average maybe 2, 3 days, possibly a week, but I've definitely seen people being taken there for much longer than that. And when you go there, there are definitely like people that need to be there. I can't speak for like a juvenile unit, but I have been kept with kids before, and at the hospital where they hold you before you go to wherever they're transporting you to, so they can mix anybody in with that. Um, and roommates. Do you have roommates? It depends on where you are. I've had my own room most of the times that I've gone there, but the last time I stayed there, I actually did have two other roommates. And one of my older roommates, I think she watches my TikTok videos, so hey girl. But is it scary to go to the psych ward? Um Not really. I would say that there could be scary times. I guess it just depends on, like, you know, the place that you're at, the people that you're around. I think that's subjective for everybody. I think it would be more scary for a person that's never gone before, but it's not that scary. It's actually a very regimented place. They do activities with you sometimes, like throughout the day. Um, and I think that kind of varies, based on where you live at in your state and stuff. But I live in North Carolina, so this is based on my experience in North Carolina. And so, what happens after the psych ward? Which is a good question. Um, that also depends on you. Now, in my state, with my insurance, they called me once a week for 6 weeks afterwards. And I think they've done that every single time that I've been there, but that's just to see like how you're doing and if you need help and if you need medications, like if you can't get a hold of them, like if you don't have a doctor. But yeah, essentially it's not as bad as people make it out to be, but it's not fun. Like, you don't want to be there. It's not cool to go there. It's not fun. I mean, you literally have your rights stripped away. I don't want to say it's like jail, but it kind of is like jail. Like, you don't have rights. You can't go outside. You can't have your phone. I mean, you can't refuse your meds for one. I mean, why would you? But, you can't refuse anything. You can't not eat. So yeah, it's not a fun place to be, but I know what it's like to have to be in a place like that. So, but that's kind of just what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to go over like maybe some common questions that people have about being in a psych ward, what it's like, and things like that. And if anybody has any questions, you can ask me. I'll be more than happy to share. Um, yeah, like I said, this is just based off my experience in North Carolina.